Hi Ritika,
Hello, good morning, Ishan.
morning.
How are you doing today? Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Hello, hi Ritika. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. Okay, did we check with the candidate when he can join? It's already 8:06.
Yeah, actually, I have messaged. So just waiting on a reply now. Just give me 2 minutes.
Ah, okay.
They've called the candidate, so he's joining in a minute. Hello? Hello, hi, Vaibhav.
Hello, am I audible?
Hello. Ritika, am I audible? Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Hello. Yeah, you are audible.
Ye-
Can you hear me?
Yes, Vaibhav, I can hear you.
Okay. So I think we can start now.
Cool. You can turn on your camera. Cool. How are you?
Yeah, I am good. What about you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Okay, let me tell you how this next 1 hour will be. For first 15 minutes, we'll be having an intro about you, and then next 30 minutes, we'll be discussing two DSA questions each
Okay.
15 minutes. Then last 15 minutes will be combined that you can ask me some question, but before that I'll be asking some CS fundamentals. Make sense?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, cool. So let's start with the intro.
Mm.
Tell me about yourself.
Okay. So myself, Vaibhav Singh. Currently, I'm pursuing BTech in mechanical background from IIT Roorkee. Also, I'm pursuing minors in computer science, and I'm mostly interested in competitive programming, data structures and algorithm, machine learning, and also I have taken courses on computer networks and database management system along, and also data structures and algorithm. I am aware of C++ language, and also I have some knowledge about Python and SQL. In the last summer vacation, I did an internship with Wells Fargo for analyst role, where my work was around Tableau software, along with lots of brainstorming. And I was given the task of creating a Tableau dashboard for the Wells Fargo company for their machine learning reports. Yeah, so that's all about me.
Cool, that's great. Uh, so, tell me about your projects you worked on in your major, minor, or you want the project that you want to discuss in this interview.
Yeah, so we can go with the project that I did at Wells Fargo. So
What was it?
is it fine? Yeah. So basically, that was a 2 month duration in internship, and it was based on the Bangalore base of Wells Fargo. So I was a part of fraud risk management team. So initially, like they have different machine learning models, and they keep on making new machine learning models to predict what kinds of transactions are fraud and what are non-fraud. So their task is to
Mm-hmm.
stop the transactions. So for each machine learning model, they are supposed to create a report, monitoring report, to keep a track of how the model is working, whether it is giving the desired result or not, whether it should be used in future or not. So there are a number of parameters like there are a number of KPIs, key parameter indexes, that are plotted for the model, and then like the people see it and decide whether to use the model or not. So as of now, my team, having 10 member, uses Excel for this purpose. So whenever a
So,
new model comes in,
what was your role and what you did
yeah,
in the
so
project?
the task that was assigned to me was to convert the monitoring report from Excel to Tableau. So there are a number of benefits of using Tableau. One is like in Excel, they have to create monitoring report for each of the model. Lots of labor work was required. But like whatever work I did in Tableau, now they just need to import the input files to the Tableau, and the entire all the report, the chart, the tables,
So,
and
what you
everything
done
will be.
to make it easy? What you actually done to make it
So
easy?
basically,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so basically, I started with Tableau. I learned the Tableau in that 2 month duration, and I also did lots of brainstorming on how the thing that is present in the Excel can be presented in Tableau. So there were a number of things that you cannot be directly taken into Tableau, as it like Tableau. You can say that it was little bit difficult to take the thing in Tableau compared to Excel. So like aggregation, then level of detail. So these are some of the concepts in Tableau that was used to make the thing easy and to import the Excel things into the Tableau. And also there are some advanced chart which are not directly present in the Tableau, but they are sort of manipulated, like Gauge chart, which is one of the like best chart to display where actually the KPIs are standing. So basically, lots of brainstorming along with some good level of Tableau skill was required to do the project.
Okay, great. So, apart from Tableau, did you work any web development work or project,
No, I haven't done any web development thing.
or any backend development or front end development work?
No, sorry. Actually, I have worked only with machine learning stuff only. No development.
Machine learning stack, sorry, come again. Machine learning stack and
I have worked only with machine learning, no development work.
as no development work you're saying. Machine learning, even machine learning, what you've done in machine learning, I mean, it must
Okay.
be utilized. I mean, you worked as a data scientist or data
Uh,
analyst. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so like I did another project in my second year under a professor in my campus. So that was related to machine learning. So in that project, I basically uh, like the target was to to analyze the satellite images along with drone images to detect the harmful things on the railway track to avoid accidents. So, for this purpose, Sentinel-2 images that are freely available on web was used along with the drone images that was captured by the members of the team. So all these images were they were cropped and mapped with each other. So
I
anything
mean,
that is
what you
visible.
have done, what you have done to analyze this.
Yeah. So basically, the first step was to mark the corresponding points of the Sentinel-2 image and the drone image. So I used Google Earth Map and Snap software to achieve this. And so basically, in Sentinel-2 image, the things were not very much clearly visible. So using the
Okay,
latitude and longitude.
which algorithm you used for which machine learning algorithm you used here to analyze these images or library?
Okay, so to finally to train the model, I used a building software ENVI software. That uses CNN in background, but that was sort of GUI based software. I just need to import the images, set the annotation, set the different classes, and put the model on training. So it trained
What is
and
CN? What is
uh,
CN algorithm?
the CNN is basically a convolutional neural network. So it's a sort of neural network with a number of nodes where like input enters a layer of node. It is processed by that layer, forwarded to the next layer, and finally the output layer gives the output of the model.
Hmm. Okay, cool. Can we move to the DSA part?
Yeah, we can go now.
Okay. You share your screen and open a coder pad link, I guess, or interview pad. You must have it.
Okay. So is it the same thing that was shared with the mail?
Ah, yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have the link for coder pad. I'll share my screen.
Hmm.
Can you see my screen?
It's loading. Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So, okay, let me see if I'm typing, you can see that or not.
Yeah, it's
Is it
visible.
visible?
Whatever you are typing is visible. Yes.
Cool. Hmm. So, the problem is a man is standing, right? And in front of him, there's balloons are there. I mean, at different heights. So
Okay.
it's like you can consider it's in centimeters. So one is at 1 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter.
Okay.
Then let's say 25 centimeter. Okay.
Okay.
Or this looks like increasing order. It won't be like this. It could be like 24, then again 3 centimeter. So
Okay.
what this man wants to do is to burst. He has a bow and arrow, right? And he want to burst
Okay.
all these balloons. A special
Hmm.
thing about these balloons is, let's say when I release a bow, sorry, release a arrow on the first balloon will I encounter is one. So what will happen after encounter? The height of the arrow will decrease by 1 unit, right? So when it hits the balloon which is at height 1, it will decrease to 0. So basically 0 means it's failed. I mean, not failed, it's at ground level now. Then
Okay. Hmm.
then he shot another arrow. When he hits this 3, it will decrease to 2. Okay.
Hmm.
Now what you want to do is you have to tell me, or you have to write a code, how many minimum arrows are required to burst all the balloons. Did you get the question?
Yeah, I got the question. I have few doubts regarding the
Hmm.
question. So the first one is, can we get the both the balloons at height 3 together, and can they be burst in a single shot?
As I mentioned, when the arrow hits a
Hmm.
balloon,
Hmm.
it heights decrease or its level decrease by 1 unit. So let's say there are, I mean, and these balloons are at different distance also. I mean,
Okay.
even height and in your length also. So let's say if
Okay.
there are two balloons at same height, 3
Hmm.
3, then the arrow hits first balloon at 3, it will decrease to 2. Then as a next balloon is at 3, so arrow cannot touch the next balloon. Is it clear your doubt?
Uh, yeah,
Okay.
it's clear. What is the length of this array?
It could be 10 to the power 5.
10 to the power 5. Okay. Can I use pen and paper for a few minutes?
I mean, you can use anything you want, but you have to be tell me what you are thinking.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. And remember, you'll have 15 minutes. I mean, to complete this problem.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Sorry. So basically, in this problem, uh, the approach could be like when I hit a balloon of height 4, after that I can hit a balloon of height 3 only. So it's sort of
Correct.
I like whenever I go to fourth index 2, I am following zero based indexing. So whenever I go to index 0, I need to traverse from 0 onwards and check what is the first value which is one less than the given value. So
No,
whatever,
I mean, see, when you first release the arrow, it must have some height.
right?
I mean, when the
Yes.
man released the arrow, it must have some height. Then after hitting the balloon, then it will start decreasing.
Yeah, right. So when I like first hit a arrow of height 4, it will burst the third balloon, the balloon at index 2, and after that
Hmm.
it can burst a balloon of height like 4 minus 1 3. So ideally I need to traverse after 4 and see for some height which is 1 less than 4. Whenever I get such a height, then after that I need to traverse and find another balloon at height again minus one height, and so on, like 4, then 3, then 2, and so on. So
And
this
this
can
will count
easily,
as one arrow. Yeah, and this will count
uh,
as one
yeah,
arrow,
right.
right?
So this, yes,
Hmm.
yes, yeah. So this can be easily achieved in n square time complexity. Like I go to each
N
index, and
square.
after that I will traverse the rest of the array from that particular index. So one loop
Hmm.
for each of this index and one inner loop for traversing all the elements after that index. But
Hmm.
our
Hmm.
target is but since n is 10 to the power 5, we must use the approach of n log n time complexity. So I need to figure out some approaching and log and time complexity.
Okay, your first approach was correct. Now you're thinking of unlocking. Okay.
Right, I'm thinking of an optimized approach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now what I'm thinking is I will start traversing the array from the end. So, and also I will maintain a set data structure. So each time, whenever I'm about to insert a height, I will check if there is a height of if there is a balloon at height h minus one. If it is there, I will remove it from the set and I will remove the h height in the set. So after doing all the operations, the size of the set should be my answer. So did you get
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay. Cool.
so
You can write it.
okay. Sorry. Can you see the code that I'm writing?
Yes. So here you are using extra space. Is it a way to, I mean, doing it without extra space?
Without
And the
yes.
time complexity is how the time complexity is n log n.
Like
Or
I'm
mhm,
going to each index once, so n,
mhm.
and for each index I will be searching. Like I will be deleting the h minus one value from the set, and I will insert the h value in the set. So insertion and deletion in set takes log n time. So it comes out to be n log n.
Okay. So is it a way to reduce it? I mean, remove the set thing.
Okay, let me think.
Okay, let's complete it. I mean, let's write the code. We'll think as a follow-up. I mean, you can declare a constant array the sample have given.
Okay. So I think I should use multi-set because one value can come multiple times.
What is auto? Auto temp. I mean,
Uh,
temp is
aut-
variable name. What is auto?
It will automatically define the type of temp based on whatever value I'm giving. So it will be basically an iterator of multiset.
What we are doing at line 11, comparing temp is not equal to st dot
Uh,
end and then
uh,
erasing temp. Mm-hmm.
yes. So basically, temp is I'm storing the like the location of ith height at the ith index minus one in
Mm-hmm.
temp variable. And if it is
Okay.
not equal to st dot end, that means the temp that v at I minus one exists in the multiset. If it does not exist, it will point to st dot end. And if it exists, I need to erase it from the set and insert the like ith value of the array.
Okay. So end will give
And
the last element from set, right?
no, the next element of the last element. So it is something like out of scope. Means uh, the next of the last element.
st dot end will give next of last element.
Like if the multiset is 1 3 4 5 24 3, then it will give a pointer to some number which is after 3. And if we make temp minus minus, we will get the pointer to 3.
Okay.
And finally, when we are done with all the elements, so the number of elements in this set should be our answer. Can I run
So
this
that
code?
is the minimum. So that is the minimum number of array. Sorry, arrows required, right?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Can you run this?
Yeah,
So
so it
it's
is
giving
giving
five.
5. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's correct.
Okay. So let's change
We-
some numbers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Can you add one more? That is two after three. Yeah. And one more two.
This one more.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, now I think it's again it is giving the correct answer.
It's correct.
The balloon that will burst 4 will then burst 3 and 2, and the balloon that will burst 3 will burst 2. Yeah,
Hmm.
right.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Now the follow part. Do you have something? Can we reduce this multi-set thing?
Okay, so means no extra space, just the input vector v I need to use. Is it our target?
So just yeah. I mean, basically not using extra space. Input we don't consider as a space, right?
Okay, yeah, okay. So now I'm thinking is now I'm thinking to increase the value, the heights of the balloon by one or decreasing it by one. I want. I'm just thinking to create some logic in that manner. If I can increase or decrease the height of the balloons by one and finally see the number of distinct heights or something. But I'm a bit confused at that.
Cool. As we are on time, we have to move forward. So you can clear.
Yeah.
We are moving to next question. Okay,
Okay.
you can clear this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I don't know if we can do multiple questions. Okay, fine. I mean, there is no option to save or something. Or you can comment out as first question. I
Yeah.
mean, you can copy your code, whole code, and comment out as first question. Cool. Okay, now your next question is again, same man is standing. Now, what he wants to do is he wants to jump. So
Okay.
he has some power, and there is a number of tiles are there in front of him, and each tile has a power number. So when you jump on the tile, I mean, he have to firstly jump on the first tile only, which is front of him. But when he jump on the first tile, he get the power. So let's say if the power number was 4, so he has a choice
Mm,
to jump
mm,
up to
mm.
maximum of 4 tiles, like from the
Okay.
place where he's standing up to 4. Basically, he can jump 1, 2, 3, or even not jump at all, right? And up to 4,
Okay.
right? I
Mm,
mean, current plus 4. Now, why he wants to do it? He want to reach to the end.
okay.
But the thing is, he wants to use the minimum number of jumps. So even when he let's say there are okay, I'll write the test case. So hmm, so let's say it's 4, then 1, 2, then 3, and then 5. By just landing on the first tile, he can choose to jump 4, and he'll be reaching to the last tile, right? He have to
Okay.
reach to the last tile, not after that.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So here it will be just one jump, right?
Okay. So initially
Hmm.
he had a power of 4. He will jump to
Yes.
the. He will go to the first index. He will get a 4 more power. So his power becomes 8 and he can jump to 5.
No, 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 no. It's not like it's not like his power become. He wants to reach to the last tile, so
Okay.
he's using those powers which is present on the tiles, right? So again, 4, then 2, and remember he wants to reach to the last tile, not beyond that. I mean, he cannot go beyond. He cannot go beyond that. That's an invalid move.
Okay.
Right. So here for the second one, he will goes to the first tile, that is the by default one he has to go, but
Mm.
he will not use he will use his all power, which is 3. He will jump. Okay, not, let me make one more change. Okay, so he'll go, if he used the power 3, he'll go to fourth tile, and then he
Mm.
cannot go beyond, so that will be an invalid move, right? Instead of that,
Okay.
he'll use only 2 power and reach out to the index 1, and then use that 2 power and will reach to last index. So the minimum jumps was 2. And in next one, did you get the question?
I'm a bit
Again, the number of
confused.
tiles could be, yeah,
Yeah.
the number of tiles would be 10 to the power 5. Yeah, go on.
Can you explain these test cases again?
Okay. See, so a man is standing, right? Let's
Okay.
say he's standing on this tile 0. or index 0.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now at the start he has power 4 on first test case. So he
Okay.
choose to use all the 4 power, or basically all the 4 power to jump. So he'll jump 4 indexes. So the index one,
Okay.
2, 3, and 4, and he'll reach out to the last index, which is 4. That is
Okay.
the goal. I mean, reach n minus 1. N is the length. Okay. In next case,
Okay.
again, length is 5. He is standing on index 0. He has power 3. So instead of jumping or using three tiles, he'll use just to jump on 2 tiles, which is index 1. 0 plus 2 is 2. Sorry, 0, 1, 2. Sorry, second index. Yeah, 0 plus 2
Okay.
plus is 2, second index. Then he again
Okay.
choose to use those all 2 powers. So 2 plus 2 is 4. He reach n minus 1. 5 minus 1 4. So that's the
Okay.
minimum number of jump is 2. Because basically, how many times he jumps from 0th index? In first
Okay.
test case, he just jumped once to reach last index, and second test case he jumped twice to reach last index.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So what if in the second test case he goes to the first zeroth index and then he goes to, let's say, the first index and then the last index?
He cannot go, as I mentioned, he cannot go beyond. So let's say on second test case, he
Hmm.
jumps on 4, right? And then what
Okay.
we'll do, 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. So that is not there. I mean, 1 plus 4 is not there. He has to reach n minus 1. That is fourth index. So that will be, you can consider he cannot go, and that will be considered as an invalid move. So what you'll return? I mean, if that is the case, you'll return minus 1, assume.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
cannot
So
go back, right? I mean,
okay.
if you are landed on it, so and basically you have to calculate at what index he have to jump. That is before jumping.
Okay. So in the second test case, you are saying that if he goes to the first index, then after that he don't have any move.
Yeah, he cannot move. Right, correct. So he has to move back and think where I need to jump. Hello. Mm, is there a network issue? Ritika, can you hear me? Hello. Ah, okay. Vaibhav, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, you are audible.
Okay. So yeah, what I'm saying is, let's say he jumped on 4. Let's say we are doing in a
Okay.
code, and he jumped on 4. But
Okay.
when you do 1 plus 4, it is 5. You'll
Hmm.
realize this is an invalid move, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
you have to, and in that case, it could possible that all the values, let's say, I'll write one more test case. So there you have to print minus 1. Let's say it's like 5, 4 and 5. This is your array. That's it. Two elements are there. So in this case, you have to print minus 1, because there is no way. Basically, yeah, you can use it, right? Not minus 1. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I made a mistake. So by jumping on second index also, you can reach to the last index because it's 4. So you just use your 3 power. Yeah, sorry, I get a bit confused. So
Okay.
again, the answer will be 2 only. Yeah, you can use 0 to max power. Yeah.
Okay, so like there is one possible way could be he goes to the index 0, then
Hmm.
index 1, then index 2, and then index 4.
Right. I mean,
Okay,
minimum power he can use from 1 to that L index value.
okay, okay, okay,
So it
okay.
could be like,
Yeah, I
I mean, but we have to return minimum number of jumps. So maximum number of jumps could be the length. So it's like at each step he is just doing one jump.
okay, okay. Uh, what is the value of what can be the value of all the indexes? or I should say the
It's
value of
positive
array,
integers. Yeah,
uh,
positive integers.
upper limit.
Up 10 to the power 5.
Okay, okay. Again, one brute force approach could be so while
Mm-hmm.
traversing through the array, I can while traversing through the array, I will go to the ith index. I will see what value is there at the ith index, and
Mm-hmm.
then let's say there is a value x at the ith index. Then for the next x elements, from that particular index he can go to next x indexes. So
Mm-hmm.
I can update the minimum count of all those x indexes.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the time complexity will be n multiplied by like the upper limit of the these values, so which is 10 to the power 5. So again, it will go to n square only.
Mm-hmm.
Now about a brute for optimized approach. So I'm thinking some optimized approach. Uh, can we
Mm-hmm.
use greedy approach in this problem?
I mean,
So,
it's on you. You can use whatever you want.
so like I will go to the ith index, and
Mm-hmm.
then I will take from the next let the value of ith index be x. Then from the next x values, I will pick the one which is the highest, and I will go to that index, and I will keep on repeating the same thing. So
Okay. Oh, that won't work. Acha. Okay, you're saying you'll. Okay. Hmm. And you keep using the highest value. Ah, it should work. I mean,
I think it will fail. Uh, if the
how?
test
How it
case
will
is
fail? How it
if
will fail?
yeah, I'll write the test case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if this is the case, so I go to the fourth in of zeroth index, like value 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then using the greedy approach, I must go to the first index, and after that I can maximum go till three index. So let's say I go to third index and then the fourth index. So one, two, three steps are required. Right.
I
But
mean, I got your point. This 3D will fail. I'll give you the test case. It will be like this. So when you are saying you will use maximum, it could be that after using maximum, you will reach to a point where the minimum numbers are there, and with those minimum numbers, you cannot reach far. Okay, wait. Hmm. Huh, no, that shouldn't be the case. Okay, tell me how it is failing greedy approach. Acha, wait. The thing is, you have 4 minutes left to code it, right? Then only we'll
okay,
considering this question as done.
okay. So can I write the brute force approach that is coming to my mind?
No.
Okay.
Acha, if you don't have any other thing, then you can go with brute force. I
Okay.
mean, any other thing means any optimized approach you don't have, then brute force is fine.
Okay. Yes, I will go with brute force only because with greedy, I can see two, three problems with greedy. Like there is a problem in implementing, and there are some cases that will fail using greedy. So I will go with brute force approach only.
Please go ahead.
Mm, okay.
Why you create this large DP, 10 to the power 9?
Uh, the size of the DP is n, and the initial values are 1e9, or I can say 1e5. This is
Okay,
uh,
okay.
I will keep on updating these values.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So we are moving. You can correct it out. Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So now, as we said, last one was CS fundamentals. So let's start with
Uh,
that. Mm-hmm.
can I have 1 minute? I think I can debug this code. Just 1 minute to debug this code.
Okay. Sure. Sure. I mean, Vaibhav, the thing is, we are running out of time, and then we'll be
Uh,
missing the next things.
okay,
So
okay,
it's on
fine.
it's on you. It's on you. You want to continue debug this, or we can move to next part. So you choose to debug. Okay.
I think I am done. Yeah, the code is
Mm-hmm.
now giving the correct output. True.
Okay. Try some other disk is.
Okay, second one I will try.
No, wait. It's not giving correct, right? 4 1 2 3 5. Answer should be one. It's giving two.
Yeah, now we will get one.
What you are doing? I didn't get it. Did you subtract something?
Basically, I will start from zero and I will go till like whatever is the current value at the ith index, and the current index plus that value will be updated in one iteration. So let's say if I am at the first value, like the first zeroth index 4, then I will
Okay.
update.
Okay. Wait. Use second test case. Three
Okay.
four two four one. Hmm. Okay. Use the last one. 2 4 1 2 1.
Two 2 4 1 2 1 5. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Cool. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's.
So,
Mhm.
so can we move to CS fundamentals now?
Ah. Okay. Okay. So let's start with operating system. What is kernel in operating system?
Kernel. So I don't have much idea about operating system. But I know
Mhm.
kernel in machine learning, but I don't think that will make sense in here in OS.
I mean, yeah, I'm asking in OS what is kernel in OS. Okay, fine. Hmm. So there are scheduling algorithms
Uh,
in operating
uh,
system. Do you know any one of them, or just the
sh-
names? Job scheduling
uh,
algorithms.
right. So there's a Robin algorithm, I guess. Uh,
Okay, fine.
the
I
first
got
come
it.
first, yeah, first
Okay,
come
go on.
first some algorithm, some first come first serve algorithm is there.
Okay. Uh, you have worked with, worked with machine learning. So definitely database and SQL you mentioned, right? So which
Yes.
database you use? SQL, no SQL, and why?
So I use SQL, MySQL. So there are a number of
Hmm.
benefits. Like the like there is data redundancy, data integrity, security thing. And in order to access the data in like MySQL, we don't need to know all the physical information like where the data is stored, what's the data, the password, and everything. These are
So
some of
all
the
this is required in NoSQL. I'm asking in comparison to NoSQL.
mm, uh, like I don't know about NoSQL, but these things
Achha,
are not
okay,
present
which
in the usual. Yes.
fine. Which storage engine you used? I mean, when you're using MySQL storage engine.
Storage, I have no idea. No idea.
Oh,
Basically, I installed the
mm-hmm.
MySQL and I was working on that particular software. I was
I got it.
manipulating the data there.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, what is the difference between you mentioned about networking, right? Computer networks, right?
Yes.
So, what is the difference between HTTP 4 and 6, and why
Uh,
6 is required? I mean, hmm?
so basically, the IP size in V4 is 32 bits, and the
Okay,
the
there's an
networking devices are increasing. So 32-bit size might be insufficient to allocate unique IP addresses to uh, all the networking devices. So this is so V4 is upgraded to V6, where 128-bit address is used, and which is enough to uniquely label a number of networking devices, and it's like next to impossible to exhaust this limit. And to to adopt with V6, the V6 is made in such a way that the routers using V4 can also transmit the packets of V6.
okay. Cool. Hmm. So, like IPv4 and V6, there is HTTP versions also. HTTP 1.1, HTTP 2, 3. What is that?
I have not read about HTTP.
Oh, okay, fine. Hmm. So, I mean, when you are connecting with MySQL to your application or with any other thing, your data is getting transferred, right?
Yes.
What was the network medium it is getting transferred?
Mm, it's like a local area network. Um, no,
I mean,
no,
not
no.
that. Okay. I mean, there are connection types or basically different ways to connect. I mean, right now we are connected with this. There is a different, and when you connect with some other website, there is a different. I mean, in terms of protocol, you can think.
In terms of protocol, mm, so I can't think of any right now.
So there is one more thing which is object-oriented programming, but I believe you haven't. Do you aware about it? OOPS
Yeah, yeah,
principle, object-oriented.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware of. Oops, yes.
Yeah, aware. So did Python follow OOPS principle?
Python, yes, it also follows the principle.
Okay. So what is abstraction in Python and how it
Okay.
follows basically?
So abstraction is basically hiding the implementation
Mm-hmm.
and showing only the required details to the user.
Mm-hmm.
And
How Python is following it?
I have no idea how it is followed in Python.
Okay, fine. Cool. This makes end this interview. It was
Okay.
very nice to talking to you. Do you want to ask something?
Can you share the solution for these two coding problems, like the most
I mean,
optimized solution? Yeah, if you can
yeah,
give
I
me
mean,
some hints.
sure. I mean, the earlier one was using this stack only, right? Multi-set,
Uh,
basically. Yeah. So there is no solution for the earlier one without using Excel space.
okay.
I mean, basically, we have to think of a counter, right? It's because the
Uh,
number get decreased, and
right.
in future, basically, the next coming numbers we should know. As we already said, we have to reuse the data, so we should hold the data which was there. So that is there's
Okay.
no other thing. I'm just asking.
Okay.
Then for this one, it's a pretty famous question on lead code also. There's jump game 2, and you can search. You'll get
O- Okay.
cool. Anything else you want to know?
Uh, can you provide some feedback of this interview?
Cool. For DSA part, okay, we'll start from the start. So when you are explaining about your project, see, I know you have worked on, as saw your resume, you worked on different. You are from mechanical branch, but if you are sitting in a software engineer position, right? You, let's say Amazon or something or any other good company.
Mm.
So you are competing with your CS batchmates, right?
Yes.
They have worked this I mean on web development, or let's say even machine learning or data science or data analytics. They will have those projects, and now you're competing with them, right? So
Mm.
when you go and you say you have worked in Tableau or a machine learning thing, and even in a vague manner, because that's what I got it. I didn't get the clear picture what you have done. In Tableau, I got it. That makes sense, but that's
Okay.
a Tableau thing, right? Not a software engineer. So right
Yes.
now you're in third year or fourth year? I guess
I'm
third
in
year, right?
fourth year. Fourth year.
So it's just started, right? So
Yeah.
before your placement session, try to build some project. It could be web development or even machine learning or any other. I mean basically a computer application kind of a thing, right? Because you'll be
Okay.
competing with your CS batchmates, that for sure, right?
Yeah.
Now comes to DSA part. It was good. I mean DSA was good, but you are using pen and paper. That's well and good. But when you're thinking, speak it. I mean, what happens? It for some time you get silent, right? I was thinking it was a
Mm.
network correction. I mean, at once it happened also, but you have to be communicate, right? I know you can solve problems, but
Okay.
if you don't communicate me, I may get the gist that you might have solved this earlier, right? So
Okay.
the
Okay.
purpose simply it is I mean it's simply like it, of course it is that you should solve the problem, that is one of the purpose, but another one is that how well you are able to communicate that to me. I mean it will give a better impact. Let's say there are two candidates, one is both solve the problem, but one is communicating it, I mean the solution thing, and other one is not. So you think of which one you will consider better, the one who communicates, right? So that is
Yes.
one thing. Now comes to CS
Okay.
fundamentals, and in this I mean, in generally, they won't ask. I mean, this is what my experience is. They won't ask that serious fundamental. It comes when you are when you don't have anything else to discuss. I mean, if person familiar with mechanical subjects, I mean, which is your stream, they might ask that also. But yeah, generally that I haven't observed that CS fundamentals ask in interviews. If if there is already other things, I mean, other things basically internship projects and DSA. So even if like you get time, you can work on your CS fundamental. I guess networking and DBMS, because you want to go into programming. So yeah, networking and DBMS is a must thing. Oops
Okay.
also, like if you get into somewhere backend development, then oops is also very required. Then
Okay.
comes to operating system. I mean operating system is a basic thing. I mean you're using it. So basically it's
Mm.
working in a software field, you can learn the CS fundamentals. So not a harm, and it will benefit only. So
Okay.
that was a feedback. I hope it makes sense.
Uh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that constructive feedback.
Cool. Thanks, Abhay. It was really nice. I mean, you are really good with DSA, and the confidence was really good. Keep it up. I mean, all the best. Okay, Ritika, I'm dropping off. Thank you. Is there network glitch or I'm not audible? Ritika, can you hear me? Hello, Ritika. Okay, Ritika, I'm dropping off.
Hello.
Hello, hi Vaibhav. Hello, Vaibhav, am I audible to you?
Hello, yeah, you are audible.
Okay. So yeah, Vaibhav, actually, I just needed to take a little feedback on your end. So first
Okay.
of all, how was your interview?
Yeah, so it was a great session.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like the flow was good. First of all, DSA problem followed by CS fundamentals, and in the starting there was introduction. Uh, uh, like the interviewer explained all the sections properly. He explained the questions properly, and then at the end, like he discussed the solution to some of the problems, and also he gave me a very constructive feedback. So overall, the session was great.
Okay, so like since you've given the interview, how are you feeling about the interview? Do you feel any difference in your confidence?
Uh, like I got to know what extra effort I need to put. He gave me some suggestions to work on my resume, and then he gave, and then the last CS
Mm-hmm.
fundamental round from that part, I draw some feedback that I need to read some more topics or focus on some of the topics, like database management system or computer networks.
Okay. And do you have any feedback for the interview?
Um, as of now, no, it was great. It was good.
Okay. So the feedback that was given to you by the interviewer, do you think that is it helpful for you?
Yeah, that was very constructive and helpful feedback, and I was able to draw a number of points from that feedback.
Okay. And lastly, based on experience with us, do you think that such mock interviews should help everyone before placements?
Yeah, definitely. Such a mock interview will definitely help an individual preparing for a job.
Okay. So that's it on my end, Weber. Thank you for joining us today, and hopefully, whatever feedback you got from the interview, you'll work on it, and you will be acing your interviews as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye. Have a nice day.